Hello, everybody, and welcome to the groundbreaking, it's not, long run show, national running show special. Hayden, should we call it? Should we give it that title?
That's a good shout, yeah.
We can give it that title. We are here tonight, today, this morning, whenever you're listening to this, to talk about the National Running Show, what goes into the biggest running show in the world, which I've just proclaimed that, Mike. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for that, but we'll talk about it in a minute. But yeah, we're going to talk about that because I thought this would make a really good episode because tickets have gone on sale for the National Running Show, and we're going to be back there in January. So we wanted to get some guests on today. We've got Lottie and Mike here from Raccoon Events who are going to be talking about the National Running Show. I've got Hayden as well. And yeah, we're going to be going through what goes into putting on a huge show, what to expect this year, what sort of trouble we can get ourselves into because we're back live on the stage, which is going to be total carnage. And that's probably about it, really. So good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining. I've got Mike here. Mike, say hello.
Hello, mate. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining. And obviously, we've got Lottie to keep us all in order, I'm guessing. Probably. Are you going to keep us in order, Lottie? Or are you going to be the
I'll try. I mean, there's only so much I can do, but I'll do my best.
And we do
got me.
Yeah, go on. Up. Oh, really? Like that, is it? Like that. And we do obviously have Hayden here as well. And I'm not sure what value he's going to add tonight, but he may add some. Are you planning on adding any value tonight?
I'll just go with the flow, see how it goes. I think Lottie's in charge, so whatever she wants, I think we have to do. Simple as that.
Let's do it. So, right, okay. So, firstly, let's get the important stuff out of the way. You've got to give a shout out to our sponsors, the Skechers. Go over to skechers.co.uk and check out the new Aero lineup. We've got the Aero Burst, we've got the Aero Spark, we've got the Aero Temper, and they are going to be at the National Running Show. Skechers are back. So make sure you check that out. But yes, so National Running Show. Firstly, tickets are on sale. When this comes out, tickets have gone on sale. So if you haven't got a ticket, if you use the code, Lottie, what is it?
FORDY runs in capitals.
There is a chance that you may get a free ticket, but they may have already gone. I'm just putting that out there, right? So you've only got yourselves to blame if you didn't do it yesterday, because I would have told you to do it yesterday. But if you haven't, there may be a chance. But if they have sold out, doesn't matter. Sign up, come along, because we're going to be there amongst some other cool things, which we'll come on to in a bit. We've got the live performance. I think we're on about 11 o'clock on Saturday. And then more importantly, because it's going to be total carnage, Mike, put your fingers in your ears. We've got the rave run returning in the evening. The NEC are going to have a heart attack. But Hayden and I are going to do our best to get everybody around safely at the NEC on Saturday night. So don't leave the show. Just hang around and come and do that. All the information on that will be up on our website at some point. So make sure you get involved in that. Okay, team. Are you ready? I'm going to grill you now. This is where we get a bit serious.
All right,
okay?
we're ready.
You ready? Mike, I'm going to start with you, actually, because I remember the first National Running Show because I was there. Whose bright idea was it? Because it was a big hole, wasn't it? No one was doing it.
Yeah, well, it was mine. Yeah, I couldn't believe it didn't exist. I sort of, it all came from, I'm a runner. I love running. I went to a Marathon Expo. It was wicked. I thought this is the coolest experience you could ever want as a runner. But why is it the week before my race? Because I want to choose my kit. I want to pick all my stuff. I want to do all my training. I want to plan. For me, it was 3 months out. That's what I was doing. And at that point, I just didn't get why it was when it was. So I rang up the director of that particular race and I said, I was really arrogant. I went, your show's at the wrong time. You should move it, mate. And he told me to go away. And I couldn't shake the idea. And I sat on it for a little while and I sat on it. And I was like, Joe, I'm just going to do it. And so I worked in exhibitions. I had a good job and I quit it and did set up the National Running Show. And it was just amazing, like how many people got behind it that first year. And none of the brands sort of believed in it in the first year. We had a couple who joined us, but it was really small. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
I mean, that ballroom room was tiny, but the runners, they showed, like, and it snowed. Do you remember the first days?
Yeah, I do. I remember we was worried about it, whether it was going to be cancelled because of the snow. I remember it.
And if you're an event organizer, you know, snow 10% off your numbers. Like I'd done this madcap scheme. I thought it'd be a really good idea to run from London to the NEC in the week leading up to the show. I thought there'd be loads of PR and press. Nobody cared. Basically, all that happened is we spent 5 days running along a canal, got really cold. My foot swelled up like a kebab. And we get there, the whole thing, and I am wandering around the show, and there's 100 exhibitors that I've persuaded to come and exhibit at this thing, and I've lost it. And I think in my head, I'm like, no one's coming. None of the runners are going to show up. And I don't know why. I've just had a massive freak out. I can't look anybody in the eye. I think I'm going to get lynched. I'm going to, like, the whole thing's going to be an absolute car crash. And I get to the front of the show, and there are 2,000 people in the queue half an hour before we've even opened in the snow. I was like, runners are wicked. It's so cool. And you know what? It was brilliant. And that just escalated. I mean, you see what it is now. I mean, you've seen everyone, mate, right? You see it, it's unrecognizable now. It's massive now.
Yeah, it's a huge credit to everybody involved in it. As I said, I remember day one. And I
What
remember
year? So, Chris, what year are we talking about?
2018.
I was going to say 17, but yeah, so yes, we're a million miles away, but yeah, it was. But what it was for me was that it was in January, and obviously a lot of people, and back then in my journey, London Marathon training starts, right? So you've got all your first timers who are anxiously starting out on maybe their marathon journeys, whatever it was. So it was a perfect time of the year to sort of go and listen to people who can give advice. But as you say, hunt out some of that kit you might need, and try some shoes on. But, and as you say, mingle with other sort of runners and that kind of thing. Like, even like, it sounds funny, but like gels, the fact that you can try some gels.
Massive.
At the show.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
But you're bang on. And I think I broke it down. I was like, what are the things that I need to know as a runner? And January was the right time because, as you say, spring marathons, everyone's starting training. Post-Christmas, everyone's feeling a little bit lardy, if you're me. There's lots of reasons to get started and start thinking about it. And I was kind of like, well, you need the inspiration. So you need the celebs and the stages and all of that kind of stuff. You need the other runners and the communities. You need the kit. You need the tech. You need the nutrition, and then you need the advice. You need the sort of the run coaches and the experts to make sure that you're not going off and doing stuff that's just crazy. And those were the tenets of the show, and those actually have never changed. The only one that we added, which we added halfway through because we realised that an opportunity, was races, and it was never in my original thinking. But actually, people want to go there to plan their race calendar for the year as well.
Yeah.
So it's the market for running has gone through the roof. People come every year. But the best bit is just being around other runners in January when it's cold and you think you're the only one getting ready and getting out there, and actually everyone's got the same vibe, everyone's into it. It's brilliant.
Can I ask you a question about why NEC? Obviously, NEC is a fantastic centre anyway, and it's a great place to take an exhibition. Why particularly would you choose the NEC? Because it would have been very easy, as we all know, for you to have chose somewhere down in London, like an Olympia, like an Earls Court. It's the easy option. People come into London, it's easy to get to. But you didn't. You went to, obviously, I imagine your answer's going to be because it's the centre of the country. But what's your reason for Birmingham? And then just following on for that, because my first one I ever went to was the Southern one, which was wasn't as successful as the more one that was in Frimley, Farnborough, that sort of way. Yeah. So why the NEC in Birmingham?
Well, so 20 odd years of events. Like, I've run a few big consumer shows, and the NEC is within 3 hours drive time of 90% of the country.
Wow.
So actually, it's the most accessible venue. So it really was that. And actually, one of the things that you have to do is you have to, before you do all of the fun stuff in an event, you have to take care of the basics. Can people get there? Can they park? Can they get there not just by road, but by train and other public transport services? And can they stay, and the things to do? So the NEC was really the only first choice. We don't talk about the Farnborough show because that was 20 years of experience that I ignored. And I set up another show because I thought it would be great because it's near where I live, and it didn't really work. It did work, actually. It worked in some ways, but financially we just lost a ton of money doing that. And so we couldn't afford to keep doing it because, as much as I love this, like, I'm not rich. I don't have loads of money. So I needed to sort of make it pay us so that we could actually keep doing it. And the only way to do that was to have one big show. So if you're going to do one big show, you do it at the NEC. Yeah,
I think I think you was undone a bit by COVID as well. Like, be fair on yourself with that Southern thing.
COVID, you try doing. So we've grown quite a lot since then. So we've launched loads of other events in other sectors and so on. My business was illegal for about 1.5 years, and it was brutal. And actually, we nearly lost the whole business. And actually, the thing that people miss around the running show is the people that work on the running show during COVID, they were still building that show because it takes a year to do these things, and they couldn't go to the office. They weren't sure that they were going to remain employed. We were running out of money, and actually it was a really distressing time. And there was a point when Boris extended the lockdown period by 6 months, where I told the people in my business that they weren't going to be employed because I couldn't afford to keep it going because I hadn't got any cash. And 3 of them came into my office individually, and office, it sounds well grand, it wasn't. And they said they'd work for free because they really believed in what we were doing.
Amazing.
And actually, because they did that, I sort of had a word with myself, and I went and figured it out and went and raised some money to get us through the dark period. And that's why we still have the show.
Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you.
Yeah.
Moving on, like in terms of putting on the show, okay. And firstly, actually, I think, by the way, NEC is a brilliant place to have it, as you said. The fact that you're 3 hours pretty much from everything, and also as a club that is all over the country, like we've got clubs down in Exeter all the way up to Carlisle. Okay, so we span the whole country with 50 plus local groups going out every week. It's for us, it's the perfect location because we could bring everybody in from all over the country, and pretty much, as you say, they can get there somehow, right? So I think that's.
By the way, I want to challenge on this, FORDY. Whoever comes from the furthest away that's in your club who can prove where they live, we'll give them a prize. I don't know what it is because I've just made that up. But we'll get them all to tell you where they've come from. And if you interview them and do a thing, whoever's come from the furthest, we'll sort them out with something.
I like that.
I know who it was 2 years ago. A gentleman called Glenn. He come up from, basically lives in the Pyrenees, South France, on the southern borders.
Well,
he came over from France.
Hayden, I'm just thinking that now that we get Shenny over, so Mike, I tell you a story. We did a shakeout run 2 years ago in the Great North Run. Like always, crazy stuff happens. We had I don't know if you know Lee from Brooks there, and he was there, and then I was chatting to him about something, and I looked around and I saw this lady there, and she had Shenny written on her t-shirt, and then we've got this thing called the Global Run Crew. It's like a virtual group, and they run all over the world, but they go out twice a week. We give them sessions and all this stuff, free join that. And I thought, I don't know Shenny, but why do I know her? Then I realised that she lives in China, and she flew from China to do the Great North Run Shakeout.
Oh my God.
And I said that to Lee, and his face was just, she's flown from China to come here into this. From China. I'm not joking. Shenny lives in,
Shenny needs to get to the rave run.
Yeah, we need
We're
Shenny
getting
to
there.
run.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I love that.
I know.
And you know, just to add, not add salt to it, just to literally like the month later in February, I was in Las Vegas doing Las Vegas half. I bumped straight into it, literally fell basically straight into her. She's in my way. I pushed her, sorry, and I turned around. She was there in Las Vegas doing Las Vegas half.
Wow.
Lives in China, part of the club in the UK. I see her in Vegas. It's just incredible.
Jenny, if you're listening, we love you. I'll see you at the run show, and I'll sort you out with something.
Mad, isn't it? It's mad. Right. Anyway,
that's how global running is.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
but right. So it's so relevant. We decided, because we thought it'd be brilliant to wind Hayden up. My friend Toby got a place in the Sydney Marathon, and Toby enters these marathons because he's got nothing better to do, and he never thinks he's going to get a place. And then he got Tokyo, right? So we sent him to Tokyo. And when I say we sent him, it's because he makes a video and ran it. So he got a place in Sydney, and we knew about it, and we knew that it was going to be a major. So we kept it under complete wraps to annoy Hayden, because it really winds Hayden up. So we sent him out there. Nobody knew. I said I was going and all this sort of stuff. Total load of lies, completely covered up. He was out there and all that. We'd done all of that. And literally that night, like for us, 10 o'clock, that they were going on the start line, in one of our WhatsApp groups of one of our local groups that we've got, one of the ladies, her son was in Sydney and took a picture of Toby and the back of him going, oh, look, there's a 40 runner in front of me in the corral. I've seen that and had a heart attack because we'd made this whole effort and this video was going to come out because nobody knew he was doing it. We had to delete everything. We put the woman and all her mates on post approval. It's crazy. You go all the way across the world. It's like Hayden, someone came up to you in Tokyo at the park run, didn't they?
In Japan, yeah. And they've asked me questions. I thought I was you at first, and I said, no, he's
It's
not uglier than
nuts.
me. Yeah.
But as you say, global running, this is the great thing now I think with the world that we live in, with the connections that people can make. It's the one positive I would say, like with social media and running the running community, how positive it is that with all these events going, super halves and all this stuff, you're going to races and you're bumping into people that you may know. It's so cool.
Actually,
It
Mike,
really-
you could have sorry, mate, you could have a board there, couldn't you? You could have a board up there where people can write where they've come from, and you could literally see who's come from
Yeah.
the furthest part all around the world. That'd be a great idea to have a look at that.
Do you know what? I think you've just created a new feature. We're going to do it, and
Yeah.
we'll be sponsored by you guys, so it's done. Like done. So you came up with the idea. It's your thing. But I do think
Hey-
I think your point on social is really a good one, which is I find social media can be quite negative in a lot of places, but
Yeah.
running social media, the absolute opposite. Like I post that I've been out for a run, and people are 99% of the time very supportive when they're interested. 99% of my mates are not interested, but those that are really supportive.
Yeah, it's true. It can be a really positive thing. There's a lot of good that's being done, and it's nice to see, as you say, that there's obviously the toxic side of things and whatnot. But yeah, it's a great thing. But looping back to the show, I want to know, right? Like putting it together, do you have like a dream list of like people that you want, or how does that all come up? It must be hard to juggle. Like, how does that all work?
So I'll let Lottie talk to this because that's
Definitely.
her job. But if I'm less involved in the day-to-day running of the show, so Lottie sent me like notes ahead of this call, which is really cool, and she showed me the list of the speakers that we have for this year's show, and it's insane. That is probably the dream list. Like, and I won't steal your thunder, Lottie, because you've done the work. But fair play to you, missus. It's incredible.
Oh,
Right, go on,
thank
Lottie,
you.
tell us who's coming.
Yeah, you definitely do have a dream list. I mean, especially when you come into it and you're sort of new, you're like, oh my gosh, what about this person? What about this person? But you do have things to think about, like, are people around on that time? What are they doing? Like athletes training and all of those little things that you don't realize go into it, which make it more tricky to get people involved. But most of the time, people really want to be involved, especially if they're a runner. Like, I feel like they know the community aspect of it and they want to be involved in that. So yeah, this year we've got some amazing people. We've actually got Harry Judd from McFly because he's really
I can't believe
big
that's where
into-
you went first.
I know, but that's because
I'm surprised.
that's my that's just because of me. But no, on the more serious runner aspect, we've got Carl Lewis.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah.
great cat. That's
Like
a great
literally
one.
one of the greatest Olympians of
Yeah.
all time. It's mega.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And from what I can tell, he seems like a really nice guy. So I'm super excited about that.
I've met him. He's really, really tall. Really tall.
Oh wow, I didn't know
He's a
that.
nice guy. Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
as tall as Lottie, but he is tall.
Oh well, he's not that tall then. Laura Muir, which
Wow, cool.
I think will be amazing as well. Another incredible athlete. And we've got actually he's called the world's fastest accountant. I don't know why I'm doing this because it's actually true. He is. And Mike mentioned him in the office one day, so I immediately started Googling and trying to find out as much information. But
I don't know have you guys come across him? He's Eugene. I mean, I can't pronounce his surname, but he's a sub 10-second 100-meter runner.
Jeez.
Yeah. He's proper. He's in the Team GB squad. He's mega.
Wow. Okay, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, he was like a full-time management accountant, and then started back sprinting again, and now he's at the World Championships.
Man, isn't it?
Yeah, and run under 10 seconds. So that will be amazing. And then just in we've got some really cool people on the more ultra trail side. We've got Stephanie Case as well, which I'm excited about. And Kim Collison, who won the Winter Spine. So yeah, there's so many cool people.
And Dean Karnazes.
And Dean Karnazes. I don't know
is-
how I didn't say that one straight away.
FORDY, I don't know how much you boys are into ultra running, but Dean Karnazes wrote the book on ultras, and
Yeah.
he wrote the book called Ultra Marathon Man, which is what made me run my first ultra marathon. He's the GOAT. I mean, he's amazing.
I think I've met him. Has he been at the show before?
Yeah, we've had him once before.
Yeah, I think I did.
he's like literally that's the one person that I think I've met outside of Carl Lewis through the running shows where I've just gone a little bit nerdy and a little bit weak. You know, when you sort of get a bit awkward and you start just chatting rubbish. And you,
Yeah.
FORDY.
Yeah, yeah. I was like that. You know when what's his face? You know the Barclay you had him there. What was his name?
That's Lake.
That's Lake.
Oh,
That's
the
yeah.
first year he came, they were like walking him around, and we had a stand that year, and he came round, he looked at us like, "What's going on here?" sort of thing. Which I don't blame him, but I was just like it's just I don't know. He was such a cool guy. I again didn't know really what to say to him. I was like, "You all right?"
It's weird, isn't it? You get... Who else you got, Lottie?
Oh, well, there's loads. So as well, we've got Philly Bowden.
Yeah, Philly. Yeah, we like Philly.
Yeah, and I've actually also, which I'm kind of, we've also got all our hosts returning. So Susie Chan,
Yeah.
Ewan Thomas, David Hellard, Holly Stable,
Dave.
Jodie Rainsford. And as a bit of an added extra, the lovely Hugo Fry. Don't know if you know Hugo. He does some quite funny skits on Instagram and is actually a very good runner
Right.
as well. So he's going to do a bit of live hosting, a bit of going and getting socials content, doing some fun stuff around the show as well. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on. And then obviously back by popular demand, 40 runs.
Oh,
And the crew. And we've got Jenny Faulkner's back as well. So yeah, there's anyone you can think of really. We've tried to go and get them.
Lottie, you've done exactly what I did. When we've also got Roger Black, who's one of
I like Roger Black.
And actually, if you go through that list and you get to Roger Black and you miss him off the list, he's one of the greatest athletes that we've ever produced.
Yeah,
shows how high quality the list is. And I think I huge credit to you, Lottie. I think if I could have written a program that was off the charts, that would have been the one I would have written. So I think you've done a wicked job, mate.
Yeah, and fair play to you. Tell you what, I've got a question. As running has greatly expanded, which is good, so's the generations. Okay, so we've got obviously different generations, different sort of interests from all sorts of walks of life. Okay, has it been harder, would you say, to attract a younger audience to the show based about that sort of post-pandemic runner that came out of COVID, which I think has been a good thing, where you see that generation taking up the more sort of social run clubs and that kind of thing, which is, again, it's brilliant that they're all getting into it. Has there been a challenge in that side of things to get them interested in the show by bringing people in that they can relate to, versus, let's say, you're, and it's not to be disrespectful, but you're Roger Blacks, the people like Mike and like we'd like just sit there and happy listen to Carl Lewis and that, people like that.
I think you are bang on the money. And actually, when I launched the show, I programmed it and I just hired all the people that I thought were cool. And that meant that we actually set the level at kind of a certain age demographic of people who knew who Roger Black was. Lottie, you've probably never seen Roger Black run. And actually, I think part of the evolution of our business and of the show is actually bringing in younger people with a different sort of eye who have kind of got access to that younger influencer that attracts that younger audience. So it was a deliberate step for essentially me to get less involved and to bring in some people with some sort of different views. And I think you've got to try and cater to everybody, and that's really hard because you've only got a limited budget for speakers. But I think if you go through that, you've got some current Olympians.
It's important to bridge that gap. Otherwise, you say that demographic, which again is great, but you've got a real push coming in. You see it at Batsy every week at Parkrun, that total different age group. To get them into the show, it's a hard balance, isn't it? It's like it's a tough ask. Well done, Lottie.
I think you've also got the balance as well, where obviously when people say running, if someone says to you, "What do you do in your hobbies?" You say, "Oh, I'm a runner. I do running." I think if someone says that to me, I automatically think, "Oh, they probably do parkrun or they might do a marathon." A lot of people don't even consider the fact that they might go down to the track and be a 100-meter sprinter or a 200-meter sprinter. With running, it's such a big diverse thing, from that 100 meters or 60-meter indoor sprinter right up to, as you said, to ultra marathons and like ultra marathons. It's such a massive diverse group. As FORDY said, trying to cater for every person within every single bit of that sector and that group. It's it's not an easy job.
Yeah, that's what I really like about the show, because I feel like, from my perspective, I'm definitely just an amateur everyday runner, but you can get a taste of everything. And especially with the ultra trail stage as well, there's some amazing people that have been on there over the years, and you think, now I've started to get more and more into it because I've started to look into it more than I did previously. I'm like, wow, you get to see sprinters and track athletes, and you also get to see these people that run mountains, and some of them around the world. So I think that's what's really cool about it as well. You get the whole spectrum.
I think the good thing about being a runner is you're inspired by other runners. So, you know, my flavor's ultras. That's where I like to play now. But I still get inspired watching Keely on the track. I think she's wicked. And what unites us is running. And it doesn't matter how far or fast you go. It's just running.
Yeah, and I think that was always, as I said to you, that was always the thing for me about the show from day one, was the fact of, for us as a club community, from day one, was it was a place in which all our members, people, could get together and like hang out, but talk about running and be involved in running. And it was that sort of center point, and it was a great way to kick off the year. And I think that's the pivotal thing with the show. It is, and I don't care whether you're on here or not. I've always said it. It's a great thing to have it at the front end of the year, because we use it to get people out. Like, January is a shit time for a lot of people, right? People are lonely. People have just come through Christmas. You know, you don't know what somebody's going through. But to be able to connect them up and say, you know what, here's a free ticket. Come along to Birmingham. There's going to be a load of us there, or a load, you know, whatever tribe you're in, group you're in, or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? But come along and get connected on a social level, and it can make a difference, huge difference to somebody. They feel connected back to that community, their little community, whatever it is, whether it's 2 or 3 people. It's really cool that they can do it, and they can come in from Carlisle, from Exeter, and they can meet in Birmingham, hang out, have a coffee, go and test some beat it shots, and then, do you know what I mean? Have a walkabout, and I think that's the thing with it. For me, was always the fact that it just brings that community together, and it just brings down a barrier that may be something that for some people that stops them trying. You know, like, because sometimes you go to run, I'm too slow, I can't go to that. But you can walk about a show, or wheel about a show, or whatever you want to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and that's the great thing with it.
There's no entry time or qualification time to this show. Just if you're thinking about putting one foot in front of the other, come along. And if you're coming on your own, you haven't got anyone to talk to, come and find me, because no one wants to talk to me. So I'll have a chat.
So there you go. Right. Okay. I've got 2 questions to finish with. Firstly, what's the one thing that's going to be different this year to last year, either of you, that you're excited about?
Lottie, do you want to go first?
Okay. Well, shameless plug for Skechers here. But Skechers have announced that they are sponsoring the Travelator. So there's definitely going to be something exciting going on there, something different, something new involved with them.
Okay.
And then beyond that, I mean, we've got the Rave Run and completely new speakers on the lineup. And
look, you said one. You've stolen all of mine.
Sorry.
I didn't want to interrupt her, Mike. To be honest, I was a bit scared.
I mean, Lottie's taken over, guys. She's in control. I'm with you. I think the Travelator I'm well excited about, because it's on an angle this year, right? And Skechers are involved in it, so that's going to be cool. I actually think the speaker lineup for me. But if I'm really honest, I'm coming on the Rave Run, boys. I'm doing it.
We'll give you some glow sticks. Don't worry about it.
I'm all in.
I think last year, or whenever it was, did we have like 1,000 glow sticks or something ridiculous?
We bought 1,000 glow sticks, yeah. And the snap-ons, weren't they? No, the stupid mistake was we gave people whistles. That was the stupid mistake. Gave them too early.
It was, and they were doing them in the hall, and I think that was one of the reasons we got in trouble. Right, Hayden, to you, what are you looking forward to? And nothing to do with us, by the way, because that's just shameless plugging.
Mine's the same as always. I love the Ideal Home Show, especially a Christmas one. I go to all these exhibitions and everything. I love the freebies. I love just going around, just trying things, picking things up, things that I would never ever normally do. Different energy gel. I've used the same energy gels for 7-8 years. I've been running. I'm never going to change. But literally, I'll go up and I'll try someone else's just because it's there and it's free as a freebie. You just want to be involved. You want to talk. But sorry, that isn't my number one. My number one thing is what we talked
Free
about
energy
earlier on with
gels.
Mike. No, this is number one. I like looking around at different people there. They're advertising different races all around the world. I go there and I see like the Barbados half.
Yeah,
and I'm
I was
like,
going to say the
wow.
Barbados one.
Where's the,
I'd love to do
that's what
that.
I want to go and do. That's my favourite thing at the show.
Okay. My question to finish is, this is a very serious question. Now, we're on at 11 o'clock, right, on Saturday. And we've got a bit of form in terms of causing a little bit of trouble, right? We had a call today with our friends at Sports Tours today. We told Paul, we pre-warned him because he's quite close to the stage thing, right?
I'm really worried about going.
How much am I allowed? Because I got told off in the Great North Run for walking about quite a bit. I like to have an interactive audience. How much interaction do you think we can actually have with people? Like,
I mean,
stall holders.
nothing that breaches any laws. Nothing criminal. That outside right.
Have I got total access? That's basically what I'm asking for. Can I go off and just do? Hayden's shaking his head.
You might have to speak to people on an individual level.
Okay, I don't mind, but I just looking forward to really causing total carnage.
Lottie is going to be the bouncer there, arms folded, standing at the end of the stage.
I'm pretty tough. I'm pretty tough if I.
Okay. So, for example, if I don't know, Chris Akabusi is on the other stage, am I allowed to go up and interrupt his talk? And that's the sort of thing I'm toying with. No. No. Okay, it was worth a try. Right.
Hey, I think, look, we're involved with you because you're you. So just be you, do your thing, have fun.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say just be you. No, don't say that.
Enjoy it.
Right, that's dangerous.
And then enjoy the cell that Lottie puts you in.
You're saying that because you're not the one managing the stage.
It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. I'll just fly by the seat of my pants like usual. Okay, I think that's it. Again, just as a reminder, tickets are on sale, but hopefully they've sold out by now. But if they haven't, and there's still some of the free ones available, you can use the code Lottie. What was it?
FORDY runs in capitals.
Thank you. And once they're gone, they're gone.
500 people that are on your podcast that use that code, get them for free.
There could be a problem because we get 1 million downloads every day, right? So we could have a problem there, but don't worry about it. Just even if you missed out, just buy a ticket and come along to see us cause carnage, and make sure you come along to the rave run. Don't forget it's on 2 days as well. That's important. There's 2 days, so if you make a weekend of it, it's a good shout as well. Come to the rave run. If you can get yourself a cheap Premier in or something, then come back in for the Sunday. It's always a good vibe on a Sunday. A little bit more chilled out, which is quite nice. So it's a different way of looking at it. I think that's it, Hayden. Have I missed anything?
I think just built up the excitement. I'm looking forward to it already.
We built it up.
3 months away, 4 months away.
Thank you very much again to both of you. I genuinely, seriously, I really appreciate the time you've taken to come on. We wanted to get you on. Again, people sitting there going, "Oh, this is just an effort." It's not. I asked them to come on because we're super excited about the show. We want to make this the best show ever, and that's why I wanted. But I was really interested to get into the nitty gritty of it. So don't just think this is an advert. If you do, then just jog on. But yeah, other than that, we're excited to be back. We can't wait. And that's it, team. We shall see. Thanks again to our sponsors and Sketchers. I keep forgetting them. I better give them a shout out. They're going to be at the show with us. Other than that, we shall see you when we see you. I don't think Hayden, this is coming out. Then we've got that one. I don't think they're going to see us live for a few weeks now. This is the first one of a batch.
Can I just ask one question just quickly before we go? Where can they find out more information about on the National Running Show? Who's on, etc., etc.? Where's the best place to go to?
nationalrunningshow.com.
There you go. Simple as that. There we go, team. And I'll put the link in the description as well. So anybody who wants to find out more information, get involved in that. Right, team. Thanks very much. We shall see you all later. Hopefully you enjoy listening to this podcast. We'll catch you soon.